among you shall go next.
Hey guys, we're here, and some more I have. I'm out and I must scream. Today we're going into Nimdok's backstory.
Nimdok, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it fully yet, you must sense it there in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure of sorts to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
This compound looks familiar. But why would bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area?
I don't know how Nimdok doesn't, like, pick up immediately where he is.
Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, Nimdok? Or are you mocking me?
You know me?
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds in the name of science?
You are saying we were colleagues of some kind? Ridiculous.
There's no need to distance yourself from me. I was once your friend. Now I am your enemy.
Why would I bother to have you imprisoned like this?
The regime needed answers, but I stood in your way. Well, now you have them.
Do you know of the lost tribe? I must find it.
Haven't you taken enough subjects for your experiments, Doctor? Or are there more mass graves to fill?
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over.
So it's very obvious what Nimdok used to do. Is why loves him so much.
Where have you been, Nimdok? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all, this may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery. Meet me at the complex later.
The complex sounds very menacing.
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath. There is something familiar about this.
Should be. Let's go behind the curtain.
Finally, Doctor. Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
Here's something I had a problem with. There's a bunch of people up there.
Child cannot be more than 8 years old.
And I do this. Take this scalpel. And I just fucking murder the anesthetist.
Guards, come here quickly. Dr. Nimdok has gone berserk.
And
I
like,
must leave before the guards apprehend me.
and like no one up there is shocked at all by what just happened. They just watched me murder some guy. That being said, they watched me murder a bunch of innocent Jewish people before.
This must
still.
be the recovery room. This patient will never recover.
Right, let's... You gotta
There
use this
is
vent.
heat coming
Or no.
out of this vent.
Not use the vent, you gotta push the vent. And now we're
I smell
inside.
burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen. These ovens are more monstrous than anything Am has ever constructed.
It's a little fucking commentary on
Trials
things.
must be used for extracting gold fillings and teeth from the corpses.
The idea that somehow the Nazis are still more evil than Am. Take this watch. Let's look at the watch.
There is an inscription on the watch, but it is written in Latin. According to these records, hundreds of corpses were incinerated here.
Not even hundreds. Fucking thousands. Look at that fucking idiot.
How could you so foolishly be caught in the fires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you of all people know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
I will summon one of the doctors.
No, I'm better off here than under the knives of you butchers.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard.
So, for this guy, not the psych profile. We're gonna use the eater with him. Numb the pain a bit.
Oh, that feels much better.
And now we gotta use the pliers with the victim.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
See, the problem I have with that is if you don't give him the eater, he'll just pass out. And I don't know how you find that out later on, because it's fucking needed later on.
I hope you are happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
Well, look at that smile.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Nimdok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
What an asshole.
I am starting to recall.
Fucking there's a reason you're behind that fence now.
To hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Right, let's give him the pliers.
Liars must.
I keep hitting the buttons too quick. You give? Yes. You barely use fucking
Here,
3 of these prompts.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Right, so now back into the hospital for a bit.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand. The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
It's like these Nimdok's kind of stage is the easiest to maneuver around because there's only like 4, I'll say, rooms altogether.
This man's eyes have been surgically removed. The surgeon who did this has great skill.
Jesus Christ, Nimdok.
Why are your optic nerves wired to the eyeballs in the jaw?
disconnect the wires.
Right.
Oh no! The wires! They hurt him!
You know, I'll solve that. A little bit of eater, buddy.
This should ease your suffering.
The things I see now. A trinity of 3 beasts. One like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers. A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts. Such a vision, so tiring. I have to rest.
That guy fucking whispered all of his lines because I couldn't hear any of that, and I've got fucking headphones on. So now we can take the jar because our buddy over there is high as shit right now. Oh, it's a child. Oh, you got a huge bed.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm not hurt like the others here.
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
I'm pretty sure that child is the one from Benny's little adventure outside.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
So, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
Get some rest.
We will
Fucking
not rest
that
until your
victory
regime
music.
is destroyed.
So now let's go back outside. Look, they've all escaped. We need to go in here.
Emergency! The prisoners have seized the compound. Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate!
If you know there's a box here. So we gotta use the box with the jar.
It is safely hidden in the box.
It does not look hidden, like looking over here. Come on, go outside. There we go. Now let's talk to our buddy who we gave the pliers to.
You must
Let's try this on.
let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now, I am the quarry.
There is a lot of shit here. It's like a wailing wall.
Faces of people in torture.
Except this guy. He looks pretty happy. Is that... Oh, it's a mass grave.
I have not seen so many corpses since... My memory is not what it used to be.
Let's go into the... Here's the bunker Mengele was talking about.
I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here.
Here's Beljar.
More for Jennings. The ability to reorganize DNA at will. Did Am discover my work in this area? Is this how he was able to alter Benny and play other cruel tricks on the rest of us?
See, I don't know what the fuck it turns into there. It looks like an ant. There's a teletype over here.
A teletype machine. There is a message in it.
Use.
The message reads, cease all work on Project Perfect Image. Confidential. The leader is dead, having looked on the face of the future using the prototype device. This leaves the regime ripe for invasion. Destroy all work in progress. This technology must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy.
Okay. So in... Oh.
Legends are true. This must be the golem of Lost Tribe folklore.
Look at him. Looks like a big Viking.
This vat contains a silvery liquid. Mercury, perhaps.
So that's... There's a little button here, so let's press it. And what's in there now?
I see a mirror. It was obscured by the light.
Maybe the mirror just...
What is this mirror doing here?
Maybe the mirror just kind of came to be after we pressed the button. That's what I feel, anyway.
Oh my god! It is true! 1945, turning my Jewish parents over to the Nazis for extermination.
Wow.
I have found the lost tribe. It is me.
Jesus. So we're using the jar with the golem.
These eyes fit into the golem's
So we got ourselves a giant Jewish golem. Let's talk to him. So you gotta wake him up.
The man caught in the barbed wire said to waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
Right, so we wake him.
Wake up. Time is truth.
And let's give him a kiss. Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Okay, I see this one, so I'm gonna use that one. That one appeared like after, so I assume this is one that works.
The truth is that for me, it shall always be 1945.
There we go.
Gollum, follow me into the laboratory.
Oh shit.
I was afraid I had lost you back there. It is good to see you and our new friend.
We can get some more info off of
How did you escape
Mengele.
the mob?
Did you forget that the compound has a secret escape route? Well, no matter. I see that you have revived the golem.
You know about the golem?
Of course! Part of the master plan is to strip the lost tribe of everything, even their folklore.
I read the teletype. What is Project Perfect Image?
That was a secret project in the area of reflective surfaces. It bestows the clarity to see yourself with utter objectivity. Unfortunately, it worked too well.
You mean that it worked well enough to drive the leader into committing suicide?
The leader's death is a serious blow to us all. But our golem is more than powerful enough to destroy the lost tribe.
I looked into the mirror. I now remember everything with crystal clarity. The research camps, the serum.
Ah, yes, the youth serum. Your research demanded the deaths of many children, but your hard work was successful. Eternal youth for those who deserve it.
Now I know how Am was able to keep us alive for so many years.
Your youth serum can sustain us forever. We have all the time we need to resurrect the regime.
Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah. So because of the crystal clarity, let's give it to Mengele.
Oh my god! No!
Now he can suffer forever knowing what he's done.
Gollum, follow me outside.
He looks like he got hit by a Medusa or something.
Nimdok, I knew that you would lead us to where the regime would resume its atrocities. We are here to make you pay for what you did to us. To pay in blood.
So now, gonna do this. There we go.
Gollum, I transfer control of you over to the lost tribe.
So, you admit your crimes. But that does not release you from punishment. Now the golem will serve the purpose for which it was constructed. Golem, kill Nimdok.
Oh, I got white.
You're not as alike as I thought, Nimdok. The spark of humanity somewhere. Always that wretched little spark. You've confronted your past, but you refuse to continue your research. That's what I asked you to do. Since you now identify with your victims,